Watch and burn.
Hey everyone. So tonight I want to discuss, I suppose, what has gone on to become one of the most challenging films ever made, and that is Elias Merhige's Begotten. The rumor is, too, that this is like the rarest DVD of all time, or at least that was a saying that was thrown around in regards to this thing years ago. I don't know if it's still true. As it turns out, I not only have it on DVD, but I also have it on VHS. So, kind of ironic, actually. It ends up with being the rarest ever, and I have 2 copies of it. So, but I don't know. This one's a sort of metaphysical splatter film. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I don't know. This tells the story of Mother Nature giving birth to man, and how man is kind of useless, and Mother Nature has to kind of drag him quivering around by a rope wherever she goes because man is so useless. And then there's these monsters that come in that gang rape Mother Earth, and they further victimize man. And I don't know. This is a quote. One of some critic, where is it here? Richard Corliss from Time Magazine has said that this movie is a Rorschach test for the mind. And that's a really, really good way of summing this film up, because even though there is a very strict and linear story in this, like I said a minute ago about how it's Mother Earth dragging man around, there is a hell of a lot more going on under the hood, naturally. And this movie is just so eerie. There's no score other than nature-based. There's no dialogue. There's no narrative-driven direction. And this movie is really haunting. It's just so ugly. And it's done with such honesty and such conviction that I never for a second thought that Merhige and the troupe of actors that he chose to sort of undertake this with were ever being sort of self-important or perhaps pretentious. Like, Begotten is one of those movies that's like, it's sort of like a rite of passage for most people that love movies. It's like Bellatar's Satan Tango. It's like, you should see it once just to say that you did, you know? And the reason I reference Satan Tango there is because it's 7.5 hours long. And that right there is not going to be for everybody. And then you toss in the fact that Tar likes his long, locked off, static shots that never end. A 7.5 hour movie could be a little rough. Now this, fortunately enough, this clocks in at, I think, a little over an hour. I think it's like an hour 18 or so. So it's a lot more palatable in that sense. The cool thing, too, is my copy of the DVD has the much sought-after book that everybody wants to get their hands on, because it goes a long way to explaining what is going on, because there are the chapter stops that you can see here. So if you're like, oh, what the hell is that? Oh, 31, that which is light rises, that which is heavy sinks. Each one has its place. Of course. Chapter 31, I understand it perfectly now. Let's go back to chapter 24. Struck dumb, they wait for a sign. Oh, they were waiting for a sign. See, you didn't have a clue, but now you do. But yeah, the book has the chapters. It also has an interview with the writer-director, Elias Merhige. For anybody who's interested, Elias Merhige, he's the guy that did Shadow of the Vampire with Willem Dafoe and John Malkovich. And the write-up on this is exhaustive. It just goes on and on, page after page. So this booklet is worth quite a bit as far as assisting us in understanding the motivations and the direction that the film takes. I mean, you can pick up this stuff for the most part on your own, but having this is advantageous, definitely. But yeah, so I don't know what else to say. I've had this forever. My girlfriend at the time got it for me, and she said she didn't even pay that much for it. I don't think the person that had it and sold it knew what it was. So that's, I think, why she got it so cheap. I think she got it for like 40 bucks. But yeah, so look, I am going to go. So thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discussed one of the most challenging films of all time, and that is Begotten. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for someone. Don't forget that you're amazing. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe. And we will see you guys really soon.